Welcome into your 15-minute weather. I'm meteorologist John Zeigler. This morning was interesting to say the least. What we're going to do is go back and take a look at some thunderstorms that actually rolled through the North Metro. Again, if you guys ever want more information, you can follow me at Meteorologist John Zeigler on Facebook. I post on there all the time, whether I'm here or not. I'm just obsessed with the weather. So this morning was interesting. Still got to go back and do a little more research on it. But what happened is we had this cold air aloft, and it kept dropping and dropping, and the temperature dropped to the point where we actually started developing instability. Because whether you realize this or not, what is the warmest spot? Let's just go with your house. This is the first thing I do when I talk to kids, understanding thunderstorms. Because a lot of folks ask me, how do we get thunderstorms when it's snowing? How do we get it today when it's in the 40s? Why is it more common when it's in the 80s? Have you ever asked yourself why? Well, today I did not call for thunderstorms because it was 45 degrees. Can it happen? Yes, and here's why. So think about your house right now. Where's the hottest spot in your house right now? It's the tippy top. It's your attic, right? It's the top floor. The warm air rises. Where's the coldest air in your house? It sinks, okay? So your house has levels of instability. How do you create instability in your home? You turn on the air conditioning in the upper level. Let's say, especially a house that has double AC units. I'm serious. Let's just talk about it. Let's say it's 80 degrees, right? Downstairs, and it's 80 degrees upstairs. And all of a sudden, you start turning on the air conditioning unit upstairs, and you drop it to 65 degrees. You've created instability in your house, whether you realize it or not. Why did we create instability in that house? And that is because the top level of your home is now 65. So now we go to the middle of the level. Let's say now you open up your door to the upstairs. What is that 80-degree temperature in your first level of your house going to do? It's going to rush upstairs into the top level of your house. So if it was 80 and 80, that's what we call stable. The air is stable. Let's say let's change it to today. 45 degrees upstairs, 45 degrees downstairs. I'm not sure why in the world you would want to add air conditioning to your upstairs unit when it's 45, but this is what happened today. Now, it's more common in the summertime to build that heat in the main floor, right? The surface. Main floor is the surface. You get to 85 degrees, we start building it with the heat. And you usually warm to what we call potential temperature, where you outwarm the cooler air aloft. And that's how you make a lot of instability in the summertime. It's common. But if you have the situation where it's 45 degrees, like today, and all of a sudden someone just turns on the AC unit upstairs and it drops it to 35, 30, 25, 20. Now you are still creating an atmosphere of instability because the 45-degree temperature still wants to run up into the 20s. So it's unstable. Warm air is rising. That's all you need. But when we go, sorry, heavy nerd out, but I hope you enjoyed it. We'll get to the forecast, I promise. But what you need to understand is that is how, in a situation like today, you get rare thunderstorms and you way overproduce. Because when what you don't realize, when you tap up into that, your partial rises, you're tapping into a whole lot more moisture and you're able to really dump on yourself. So let's go around the area and talk about some of the rain totals. Not snow, rain totals. And you can actually see here, I'll zoom on in. Look at Elk River here. Elk River, how much rain did you actually pick up? Elk River picked up 1.1. Andover picked up about 0.7. St. Francis area, Otsego, so St. Francis picked up 0.8. Otsego picked up 0.5. Big Lake picked up 0.8. So you go to the south here, a lot less rain as you went down here. Still some rain. There's Champlin. You can see the Champlin area picked up 0.3. Rogers picked up 0.2. Corcoran Maple Grove picked up 0.3. And Brooklyn Park picked up 0.3. And as we continue down to the south, you can actually see down here a whole bunch of nothing. Now this actually gets triggered. This part gets triggered whenever you have 0.25 or higher. So it's not that it did not rain here in Bloomington, Shakopee, Waconia, Twin Cities. It was just less than 1/10 of an inch. Really less than 1/4 of an inch. We'll continue up here. I know a lot of folks are asking how much rain they got. So here you go. Let's zoom in a little bit more. This is Wyoming. You can see North Branch was the winner. How about North Branch picking up a whopping 1.1. Wyoming, you can see there's a 1.1 there. You can see 1.2 when you go to St. Croix Falls, 1.3, that's Cambridge over here. On average, hold on. Gotta let this, there you go. Let me just clear this. So this area saw the most rain, and that would be North Branch, Cambridge, Pine City. Actually, just south of Pine City. Pine City, curious. I just have curiosity. I haven't looked at this. 0.2 in Pine City this morning, a lot less. So the area of rain was on average here, Chicago City, North Branch, about 3/4 of an inch of rain actually fell in this stretch. So we did see that. Now, this morning, we're going to go back and take a look at this here. We're going to rewind this now. Let's go back the last 6 hours. That should do it. So we're going to go back to this morning, and we're going to talk about what actually happened here. This was at 3:20 when we got up here this morning, right? It did not, to me, I was like, oh, okay. So this is kind of when I'm forecasting and getting ready for the show. And I got ready for the show here, and I was like, wow, we're gonna overperform here. I kind of knew that this morning, that areas we're gonna see more rain. I started seeing some of that rain in Wilmer. Again, remember, this is 3:30, it's not right now. And then we roll into around this time, and this was about 4:30, and it just looked like we had this banding going on here. We had some convection starting, and we had convergence, and we had this rain and a downpour starting to show up. Now, it was raining here at 4:40 in the morning down in Lakeville and Belle Plaine. So I showed you the first map. It did rain. It was just a lot lighter. The heavier rain was focused in East Bethel and then stretching across St. Cloud and Annandale. But what I was surprised with is that is not where actually the thunderstorms developed. It was these guys right here. So you had these little convective bubbles popping up. So this was the heavy rain. Now, I was dumping rain here. This is 5:15 in the morning. St. Cloud, you can see over there picking up rain. Same with Stillwater. But watch right here. You're going to see these two little areas of convection develop here on the warm side, which makes sense because this was up here at the time. This, hold on here. This area here was actually in the 30s. This was like 45, and it was about 49, and there was this little band of convection starting to show up here in that zone. And then we'll continue on here. You can see right there. There was the first one. It popped right there on Buffalo. I saw that. I was just stunned. What do we call that? Well, we call that low DBZ or low top. So we're looking for, because of what I told you at the beginning, you can get instability and you can get lightning strikes. And you get, now, positive strikes here were surprising, which is cloud to ground. But we were still able to get lightning. And we were able to get the decent little pop of upper level instability. And there was that first strike. What is low DBZ? See how it's yellow? Not red, not purple. It was yellow. This thing was a small top, very small top. Yeah, I mean, it was, I was very, very surprised that we were picking up this rain, to just be completely honest with you. So we did see that, and let's see, we're going to keep going here. Look at that one. Then they just started trailing each other. There was the three as we got, this was the moment where we were getting the thunderstorms. 6 o'clock in the morning, those little guys were producing thunderstorms. Buffalo, Cokato, Kingston area, and these lined up and they started rolling across Coon Rapids. Even Ham Lake started picking them up as well. And then they kept going. There was the one. So I was in the backyard at this exact moment right there. So we were in the backyard. I mean, come on. I'm not going to not go in the backyard for thunderstorms if that's what radar looks like. Come on. You got to have, like, even these ones up here would have a better chance than those, right? This is a rain shower. A rain shower dropping a lightning strike. And that's what happened. I was actually outside and boom, it just happened. It was kind of close to us. And then we heard the rumble of thunder in the backyard. And it was first thunderstorm of the year. So it was definitely interesting. And then this rolled on, and that was about it. And after 6:20, we didn't get any more precipitation. Now, overall, this system is moving to the south. Now, we don't have any thunderstorm threats. We just ended up getting one anyways. But I will, however, zoom out and we can take a look at this. There's a large, whether you realize it or not, there's an outlook today. And we're expecting a line of storms, whether it's a QLCS, but this is going to be more of a localized tornado threat. This is more of a damaging wind threat down here. But you could see Indianapolis. Here, I'll turn this off. And we can maybe, let's see if I can get some of these. Here, we'll just put them on. There's Indianapolis. There's, well, Thornton. Okay, how about Chicago? Why did Chicago come up? Okay, really? Okay, I'm not sure why I can't get Chicago on there. But you see the north edge of this is Detroit. There's Fort Wayne. There's Columbus. And there's Champaign. So this is going to be ongoing here today as storms develop down to our south. It's been very, very active down there. Now as we go to, so there's today. Let's go to Friday. Again, you're going to see this is pretty much off. So it's a one-time deal. But I will tell you next week, I would not be surprised if next week we start seeing some more activity on Tuesday and Wednesday. I want to get to your forecast. Sorry, I did so much nerding out. I had to skip a few graphics. So we'll go through the rest of your day today if you've made it 11 minutes. I don't know. I always think it's fun to just talk about and go back through what I thought was a cool morning. And to have that amount of rain was surprising. Now, rain chances are pretty much off here. By the time we get through the afternoon, you can see 43 degrees. We're going to be hovering the middle 40s here as we roll through the afternoon. 41 degrees at 7, and then 38 when we go overnight. Now, look at the highs today. I'll go back to that. This is 52. Don't be fooled. We're not going to 52 again. And this is fine. Your phone, same deal. The high today, we talked about it yesterday, it's getting hit in the morning. And then temperatures are going to fall off. Bemidji at 31, 37 in Brainerd, and then falling temperatures as we head throughout the day. Now, the rain has been light, but look at 1 o'clock. Now, I've been looking back here. Some snow wants to go. I'm not saying that we can't get a little bit of this snow in areas like St. Cloud. So this could change over. I would not be shocked at 1 o'clock if the band just to our north can collect enough cold air like Brainerd, St. Cloud, we could see a little bit of light snow working through these zones. Now, you'll see at 4 o'clock, it's entirely possible that later on this afternoon we see some flakes flying in the metro. You really got to be at like 38, 39, 40. We're probably going to be at like 42, so it's probably going to be drizzle, but you never know. Now let's track those all-important temperatures here. So we're going to 4 o'clock. Now, why do I think that we'll probably see rain? We're at 42. That's a little bit too warm. And again, it looks like there's going to be probably just sprinkles. 38 degrees in Brainerd. Yeah, maybe some flurries. And then as we go into Friday, 27 in the Twin Cities, Brainerd at 23. So this is going to be 8 o'clock. Here you go, 8 o'clock this morning. As we go into, or tomorrow morning, excuse me. Let me go back to that. There you go, 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Wear your thicker coats. Today's more of a raincoat type day. I've been outside all day in the rain. Tomorrow's more of I'll be back in a winter coat. We have so much crazy weather all at the same time. It's absolutely wild. Brainerd at 30, St. Cloud 34, Twin Cities 36. That's tomorrow afternoon. So be aware of the fact that it is starting to cool down. Now, precip chances. Now, I talked about the severe threat. I will tell you, we don't have a ton of time to go into this. We'll talk more about it tomorrow. But Tuesday, Wednesday next week, keep an eye on this because this is going to drive severe weather next week. You're going to see Iowa. I think you're going to see southern Minnesota. I think you're going to see southern Wisconsin and maybe southwest Wisconsin as well. La Crosse, Des Moines, Madison. Now, this is common to get southern Wisconsin in the game in early April. Usually it takes until May to kind of push up into central Minnesota. But that's something to watch next Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We are expecting rain. The question is thunderstorms, severe weather, snow, or rain. I would say right now the better chance, just when you look climatologically speaking, which is looking at the history books as a whole, it's very common for Iowa for the storms to, because a lot of times when you're looking at severe threats 4 or 5 days out and it says it's going to be severe weather in Minnesota, everyone gets caught up in the models. What ends up typically happening is history doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes a lot. So because historically speaking, Iowa typically in southern Wisconsin lands the low pressure centers in the tornadic activity at this time of the year, we will most likely get just the rain. But I'm just telling you, because I just had a buddy ask me, hey, let's go golfing Tuesday because he saw the high. Don't be fooled with the high either. I don't have enough time. I want to show you this so bad. I want to show you the gradient, but I ran out of time. The gradient on Tuesday is going to be, and I'll show you the 7-day forecast while we wrap this up. It's going to be 40 degrees in central Minnesota and 85 degrees in southern Minnesota. So do I trust this 63? No. It could be 75, but with what I just ranted about, the climatologically speaking stuff, there's a better chance that we fall on the cooler side than the hotter side just because the history tells us that Iowa should be warmer with severe weather. So that's something to watch, though. Rain is still likely. I like Monday the best. Sunday, Monday look really nice.